3, we shall discuss the external land-forming processes. These processes include weathering, mass wasting, work of rivers, glaciation, actions of winds and waves. External land-forming processes are caused by forces that originate from the Earth's surface. The forces are called exogenetic forces. They are also referred to as forces of denudation. Weathering can be defined as the breaking, disintegration, and decay of solid rock at or near the surface of the Earth in situ. Agents of weathering. There are many agents which cause weathering. The main agents of weathering are water, heat, plants, animals, and human activities. Water. The water that causes weathering on the Earth's surface is derived from rainfall. Rainwater in the atmosphere absorbs carbon dioxide to form a weak solution of carbonic acid. The carbonic acid reacts on many rock minerals, causing weathering. Heat. Fluctuation of temperature on rocks may lead to weathering, leading to block disintegration. Intense heat during the day causes the outer rock layers to expand and contract during the night. This causes stress on the rock, leading to disintegration. Plants. Plant roots penetrate through rock joints, causing stress and cracks, thus facilitating weathering process. In addition, plants release acids so as to break down aluminium and iron containing compounds in the soils beneath them. Decaying remains of dead plants in soil may also form organic acids, which when dissolved in water cause chemical weathering. Animals. The activities of burrowing animals such as rats and rodents enhance weathering. Human activities. Human activity. Types of weathering and processes. There are 3 types of weathering: mechanical or physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. Let us now look at each type of weathering and the process involved. Mechanical weathering. This is also known as physical weathering. Mechanical weathering is the disintegration or breaking down of rocks into smaller fragments without any change in the chemical composition of the rock. There are various processes through which mechanical weathering takes place. Some of these processes are block disintegration, exfoliation, frost action, alternative wetting and drying, and pressure release. We shall discuss each one of these processes. Block disintegration. This is the breaking up of well-jointed or bedded rocks into angular blocks. It is caused by temperature changes. During the day, rocks are heated and expand. During the night, the rocks cool and contract. A series of these expansions and contractions causes the rock to disintegrate. Exfoliation. This is the peeling off or scaling of layers of heterogeneous rock due to alternate expansion and contraction of the outer layer of a rock. This is caused by temperature differences. The temperature changes cause the top layer of the rock to peel off like the layers of a bulb onion. Frost action. Each time the water freezes and expands within a rock joint, more pressure is put on the surrounding rock and the crack widens. Repeated freezing and thawing results to the rock breaking into angular fragments. Alternate wetting and drying. When it rains, the surface rocks absorb water and this causes them to swell. When the dry season sets in, the rocks lose the water and the outer surface shrinks. A repeat of the wetting and drying weakens the rock and it starts to crack and then breaks. The process is also referred to as slacking. This process is common in areas where rocks are rich in clay. Pressure release. This process of mechanical weathering is also known as unloading. When the overlying material is removed by erosion, the confined pressure is released. The rock exposed by denudation expands. The internal stress causes the rock to fracture and eventually disintegrate. Chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is the actual decay or decomposition of rocks. Chemical weathering is the disintegration of rocks that involves chemical reactions and changes in the composition of the minerals making up the rocks. The main processes of chemical weathering are solution, hydrolysis, oxidation, carbonation, and hydration. Let us now discuss each of the chemical processes mentioned. Solution. This process mainly affects rocks that have minerals which are soluble in water. The degree of solubility differs with minerals. Some minerals, such as quartz, are not affected at all. As rainwater passes through the atmosphere, it is charged with gases such as carbon dioxide and oxygen to form a weak acid that penetrates the rocks, dissolving and carrying certain minerals in solution form. Minerals such as rock salt are soluble in water. Hydrolysis. Hydrolysis involves chemical reactions between ionized water and various mineral elements. Hydrogen ions of water react with ions of minerals to produce new and unstable mineral compounds. Such compounds are usually weak and hence quicken the decay of rocks. Oxidation. This process occurs when additional oxygen is taken up by a mineral compound. It is common in rocks that have metal ions. Oxidation will always occur in association with water in which atmospheric oxygen has been dissolved. The process is evidenced by brown crust on rocks. Oxidation accelerates rock decay and makes them crumble. Carbonation. This is the reaction of hydrogen carbonate ions with the mineral to give a soluble compound which can be carried away in solution. Rainwater readily mixes with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to form weak carbonic acid. Carbonation takes place when carbonic acid reacts with calcareous rocks like dolomite, chalk, and limestone, which are dissolved and removed in form of calcium bicarbonate. Carbonation results in the formation of karst scenery. Hydration. This is the process in which certain minerals in a rock take up water, giving rise to new compounds that swell. The swelling causes the rock mass to expand, creating internal stress within the rock. This leads to disintegration of the rocks. Biological weathering. Biological weathering is also referred to as organic weathering. It is the decomposition of rocks by action of living organisms. The main causes of biological weathering are plants, animals, and human activities. Plants. Sometimes plant roots grow into the joints and cracks of rocks. As the plants grow bigger, roots grow bigger too. This causes widening of joints and cracks. As this continues, the rock disintegrates. Animals. Hoofed animals such as cattle, zebras, wildebeest exert pressure on rocks as they directly walk on the rock's surface. Burrowing animals like moles and squirrels loosen and break the rocks. Termites and worms bring to the surface large quantities of fine materials. This promotes weathering as lower layers of rocks become aerated. Human activities. Human activities like random rock blasting and construction may break up rocks, causing mechanical weathering. When people pollute water through chemical substances, the polluted water may react with rock minerals, causing them to disintegrate. Industrial activities may lead to air pollution, which may lead to formation of acid rain. The acid rain may cause chemical weathering when it falls on exposed rocks.